Time to do a teardown. This is a Stanley Fat Max. I believe it's model 400. And when I looked it up on the internet, it said there's a recall notice on it. And I've had this thing for a very long time. So they say if there's an R in the date code, no date code in here where they said, all it says is ABS. And in here, there's a number. It says 1W4. And they said if it has an R in the date code, it's actually good. Otherwise, it may be recalled. Here's the actual instructions on how to use it. So I'm going to next show that this thing actually does work, maybe. But since it has a recall potentially on it, I don't care if it's a destructive teardown, because I'm not planning on doing any more renovating. So let's get over to the wall and try it out. So let's try this out. Indicating a stud. There's a light switch. That makes sense. Come in from this side. Indicating the wire on that side. That does make sense. Let's just do it again. So far I'd say this thing's working. So I'd say this one does work. Now I got the 4 screws out. Should just come apart easy. Well, maybe not. Looks like there's another little clip in here. There we go. There's one of them. Probably one on this side too. Parts falling out. And something up in here. There we go. And presto. Let me just gently roll it over. Oh, so that must be one of their calibration points there. They just pop that out and they can access the trim pot. What I'm going to do is adjust the zoom on the camera. Zoomed in here, we've got the sensors here, which connect through here to the board. What I'm going to do is take the rest of the screws out and lift out the board. Now that the board's loose, first thing is you're going to have a hard time removing that security strip. They built it right into the instrument. And let's take a look at here. After fiddling with it a bit to get rid of reflections, we have here is an LM324, which is a quad operational amplifier. Over here also is an LMV324. Same idea, except it's a rail-to-rail operational amplifier and low voltage, 5.5, whereas that one's up to 30. This here is an HEF4528BT, a dual retriggerable monostable multi-vibrator. I couldn't find this. Oh, that one and that one are the same. This one here is an IC15A, and I haven't got a clue what it is. Let's see. We have, of course, the big chip over here, the blob, which they could replace with a full-size package if they wanted to. Or they originally had a full-size package and found it was cheaper just to stick the blob in there. What else is there? Oh, down in the corner here is a 4001, which would be a NOR chip. And I might be able to verify that if I get it all powered up. Because you can see here, let's just zoom down a tiny bit. Move everything over. You've got these three here tied, and then you can calculate what this one should be. So, might be able to do that. Let's see, what else is on here? Down at this end, we've got a couple crystals. Got one in here. Oops. We got one crystal here, got a crystal here. We've got a bunch of transistors there. Surface mount resistors and caps. Lots of them. And that's about it. 2 trim pots. Now it's going to go out of focus as I flip this thing. Now zoom out. Not much on this side. They've got their LEDs here. See if you can see that. The LEDs for lighting up if it's the distance that they figure, like if it's near, comes up on one, or that one, and if it's far away from the sensor, comes up on this one. Our 2 trim pots in here. And a very nice reflective display. And the LED for if detects that there's an electrical wire there. And the switch. So I'm going to zoom out for a moment. To get the sensor out, looks the way they built it was they slid this into place and put a bead of glue down here. I don't believe I'm going to be able to get that out that way, but I can pop this end. There we go. Did I mention I didn't plan on using this again? So, there we go. There's a sensor. And what do we have on this side? I put it on the board to make it easier to hold. So, if this is the stud, the stud's not going to be moving, but it's easier to move this than move this. So, as you're coming along, the capacitance changes. As soon as the denser stud is there, it's going, hey, I've hit an edge of something. And you continue. When you get dead center, the readings from this side and this side are going to be the same. It's going to say, hey, I'm in the center now. Then, as you continue over, it's going, hey, wait, you're over onto this side of the stud. And then you're off the edge of the stud. So the stud's over that way. That way. For the electrical wiring, I'm not sure which ones of these uses, but it essentially will just pick up the bit of the field from the wiring.